How to resolve plantar fasciitis. Eileen came to me a couple of weeks ago saying that she's not been running for 6 months. She's had plantar fasciitis. She's tried everything, it's not worked, and asked for good help. So before I go into other detail, let's speak about what is plantar fasciitis. So plantar fascia is a piece of connective tissue that goes from the heel through to the big toe. It's a bit like a ligament. So this is quite common in runners and also people who are standing up for long periods. And it's very, very painful and it just becomes, the fascia becomes inflamed. Now, common treatments are a golf ball, maybe one of these prickly massage balls, etc., or a bottle of water that's maybe chucked in the freezer so it's almost like an ice pack. And you roll your foot over it. But the problem is these maybe feel nice for a while, short while, but they don't solve the problem. And that's because the problem isn't at the plantar fascia. You have to look at, that's just a symptom, you have to look at why the plantar fascia is inflamed in the first place. So this brings us back to Eileen. So what I did with Eileen was, one is look at how she moved and also what could be potential problems. And that can be how we sit. Okay, so Eileen said that she spends most of her day sitting down because she's got her own business, sits behind a computer. So she sits either with the foot extended in this position or tucked under the foot, under the chair. Now, what happens here is that you've got shortening roughly about the Achilles and everything here. Now, when we're stuck in one position for long periods, our bodies get used to those positions, okay? That becomes habit. But the problem is, because Eileen's a runner, and even actually just walking, because she's stuck in this position, our body is like that, but if you go to try and walk forwards, the body sticks, okay? The foot sticks, it doesn't like that movement. So if you're doing that over repetition like running, it's going to flare up, it's going to get irritated. That brings us to our problem, okay? So what we did with Eileen, a couple of exercises was, one was just trying to think of just stepping forward with the left foot, okay? So the problem's on the right, okay? So stepping forward with the left foot, pulling the tailbone through. So this is actually creating a nice stretch at the top of the thigh, which is also pretty tight, and also creating the movement, the forward movement in the ankle. That is where part of the problem is. The other thing is, when she moves, when she's running, her hips rotate. But when she was sort of trying to sit down, her knees were caving in, which is very common. But what that means is a lack of rotation in the hips, okay? So this is so if you're running and your hips are meant to rotate, but not rotating, then it's going to have to give at some point, and basically the foot was the issue, okay? Now what we did here was create a movement where she just simply reaches over her right shoulder with her left hand, okay? Now what that does is creates that external rotation, and you might notice that it lifts the arch, okay? So 2 pain points can be either the heel or under the arch. And what this does, well, certainly lifting the arch, so if you're feeling it and it gets irritated, just simply look over your shoulder, okay? And that lifts the arch naturally. So the main thing here is the treatment of it, okay? So suggested doing about 15 to 20 repetitions of the 2 exercises, and do them every hour on the hour, okay? Throughout the day, every single day, okay? Now this can be done while you're standing brushing your teeth, while you're making a cup of tea. It could be in the queue at the coffee shop. You can do it anywhere you like, basically, but little and often get up out of the chair and deliberately told her to sit with your feet flat on the floor and get up and go and move, okay? Do these 2 movements and everything else. So she got back to me and said after a week, her foot was feeling so much better. And after 2 weeks, she went away for a run and managed to run 7k. And with no problems at all. So by moving the hip joint, getting the hip joint moving, the ankle joint moving, the problem disappeared, okay? So, but this is only the start, just to keep building on that to keep it away. Okay, so give it a go. Let me know how you get on, and hopefully that works for you. Hi, I'm Steve. I help people get their bodies moving better so they can move away from stiffness or pain, do all the things they love doing, and feel inspired to go do things they never thought they could do or thought they were impossible for them. If you'd like some help get your body moving better, get in touch. Let's have a chat and let's get you moving and feel a difference today.